Oh, hey guys. Sorry about the lack of uploads. Had family situations going on, and there was a lot of family things going on, and we had to get that fixed. And also, I've been busy looking for new opportunities, but I haven't had any luck with anything. But anyways, guys, I'm back and I'm ready to go do what I had to do best. And sorry, I know you guys are waiting for my Marvel vs. Capcom review. I haven't done anything with that yet. I've been busy doing with the other few things. I was going to do this review video with a few friends of mine, but I want to do this on my own. Please, for those out there, for Chimichanga, I'm sorry I forgot your name, Marcus's YouTube channel, Iron Fist Productions, I'm sorry for not putting you guys in here on this one, but I'll acknowledge this just for you guys because you guys seen the movie. Let's just start off first with how Deadpool came to be and got his own movie. Our studios had their... Let's just say they were working on a Deadpool movie since 20th Century Fox didn't want to make a Deadpool movie ever since this disaster right here. X-Men Origins Wolverine. I'll admit, I watched it 9 times, but after the 9th time, I kind of decided myself I was an idiot. But the reason why I did that is because of the X-Men Origins Wolverine game, which was fucking awesome. Not perfect though, but awesome. But anyways, let's start off first with how this movie came out to be. Blur Studios and Ryan Reynolds were working on some project, and with that project, they were working on something secretive, but it was kind of related to a hero. They just kept quiet because 20th Century Fox didn't want to make any Deadpool movies or whatever it is that ruined Deadpool and X-Men Origins Wolverine. So with that, someone in Blur Studios leaked that footage, and it was viral. And it trended worldwide, and everybody wanted a Deadpool movie to exist. And then everybody was wondering, is that Ryan Reynolds talking as Deadpool? And yes, it was Ryan Reynolds. And that clip and that leaked footage was trending worldwide, millions of views, and with that, the movie was greenlit. And all thanks to that, 20th Century Fox wanted to give it a go. And then with that, it made Ryan Reynolds and a few of the members of Blur Studios happy. But I don't know if Blur Studios was... Pretty much a few of the employees of Blur Studios was working on that, but I hope they did. But let's first start off with Deadpool, directed by Tim Miller, starring Ryan Reynolds, Miranda Baccarin, Ed Skrein, T.J. Miller, Gina Carano, Brianna Hildebrand, and that's pretty much about it. Before I start off with my top reasons, I really wanted this movie to exist, and I'm actually happy that it existed. I was really looking forward to it because the Deadpool movie was announced after X-Men Origins Wolverine, but since everybody didn't like how the way it went, and Ryan Reynolds just pretty much not abandoned 20th Century Fox, but worked with Green Lantern, and that one just also skyrocketed down, and it gets acknowledged here. So yeah, with that, this movie came to be, and I'm happy that it exists. So let's start off with reason number 1, the story itself. It's pretty much a love story, and Deadpool is pretty much new origins, and yeah, a much more better origins than X-Men Origins Wolverine, and we get to see how Wade Wilson became the Merc with the Mouth, and how he got his powers and how he came to be. I enjoyed that a lot, and then also the love story between Wade Wilson and Vanessa was absolutely great, and I thought to me that the story was actually self-implemented, and then also things completely go awry with the new villain that comes in to play, and that's Francis Ajax. I wish I had the soap here, but I don't have the soap. And yeah, that's when everything speculates out. And the story, I like it. It's not generic, but at least it tends itself to be generic, but at least it manages to live it up because this movie was released for Valentine's Day because it's a love story and I dig it. And yeah, +1 on that. Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson / Deadpool. All I can say is he is Deadpool. He owns the role as Deadpool. Same as Hugh Jackman, who is Wolverine, Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, Chris Evans as Captain America, even though he used to be the Human Torch. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool and will always be Deadpool. And I really, really, really loved his role. I thought his jokes were funny. The way he was kicking ass in the highway with his guns, slicing every villain that got in his way. And the fight between him and Ajax was absolutely cool. And I dig it. And Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson, he's amazing. And outstanding performance by Ryan Reynolds. As for Miranda Baccarin as Vanessa, I thought she was great. She was a terrific love interest, even though I can't believe she went from Gotham also doing Deadpool, from going to DC TV series, all the way to the 20th Century Fox Deadpool series, Cinematic Universe, which I'm calling it now. I thought her as Vanessa was great. I love her. I liked her as the Deadpool's love interest, and I gotta say, it's quite amazing. And Miranda Baccarin, absolutely fantastic. I wish I could applaud, but I'm just patting the notebook. As for Ed Skrein as Francis and Ajax, and also Gina Carano as Angel Dust, the villains of the movie, I thought they were really cool. Even though Angel Dust doesn't get much dialogue, I thought she was a great kind of bodyguard to Ajax. But her as Angel Dust was good, and Ed Skrein as Ajax, I thought he was great. And yeah, and he's the reason why he's the creator of Deadpool, so pretty much that sums it up. And yeah, I give a plus on that one. As for TJ Miller as Weasel, then the rest of the supporting cast, Blind Al and Dopinder. I thought Weasel was hilarious in the movie. His jokes really landed, especially the part where Wade shows how the way he looked like, how horrendous he looked like in his after being missing from the Project X thing, and we get to see how hilarious T.J. Miller was as Weasel. And yeah, and we'll get to him soon enough in Deadpool 2, and yeah, I know the things that are going on with him. Blind Al, everybody really wanted her to be in the movie, and I gotta say, she was absolutely fantastic. And as for Dopinder, even though he had like 2-3 scenes with Deadpool, I thought he was absolutely cool. Well, technically 2, because the other one, well, he got caught on doing something. He was great. He was hilarious, and yeah, I was looking forward to seeing what he was going to do next in the sequel, and with that, I liked the most. And yeah, that the supporting cast does get a plus with that, especially with Blind Al, Dopinder, and Weasel. As for the only X-Men, Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead, which is an absolutely cool name, even though it acknowledges that even though that 20th Century Fox and Wade Wilson acknowledges that it's a CGI character, Colossus, I thought the actor Stefan Karinsky, I think that if I pronounce your name right, you did a great job. I did like it. I did like the way it is. Even though the guy was 7 foot tall, but Colossus was supposed to be 8 feet tall, so they added like some sort of giant ball on top of him to make him look the part. And yeah, I thought Colossus was actually a fun addition, even though Deadpool liked to talk shit to him a lot, many times. And yeah, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, great name. Cocky little kid, but at the same time, Brianna Hildebrand was absolutely great in this movie a lot. And we didn't get to see her do much in the very beginning of the movie, but in the very end, we get to see her in action and how her powers actually work. Let's just say she's her powers are a bit different from the comics, but at least here, it kind of acknowledges that too, because, well, it doesn't get acknowledged, but at least it shows what she can do and what she's capable of. And Brianna Hildebrand, she's cute. And that gets a plus on that. As for the jokes and the fourth wall breaking, I love them. They're absolutely amazing. None of them I thought that didn't land it. All of the jokes landed, especially the one with Negasonic Teenage Warhead and Deadpool. When Deadpool went to go ask for help from Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead, Deadpool tells Negasonic Ripley from Alien 3 how the way she had her hair and how the way she responds, "Fuck, you're old." And he starts laughing a little bit awkwardly, fake laugh, hiding real pain. Yeah, I thought that joke was absolutely hilarious, and especially the part where Deadpool was at least acknowledging the fourth wall breaking and intends to add a lot of puns on everything, especially the part where Colossus tells Wade Wilson, "I'm going to take you to the professor, McAvoy or Stewart. These time-traveling phases are so confusing." And yeah, I thought that joke was actually hilarious. I did like the fourth wall breaking everywhere that he does. And even though he does like a fourth wall breaking inside a fourth wall breaking, that's like 16 different wall breaks. I thought that was hilarious. Him going back from here into there. And it's like, oh snap, how did they do that? Well, maybe it could be his teleporting powers. Who knows? That hasn't been explored yet. But to me, the jokes were absolutely hilarious. And I give it a plus on that. Especially him, calling Ripley, Negasonic Teenage Warhead Ripley. Hilarious. The action, you do get big action in the very beginning of the movie, and then also at the very ending of the movie. I love the action from the beginning. Him counting the bullets between all the villains, and then Deadpool trying to find the people responsible, Francis or Ajax responsible for his creation. I thought that was cool, him hacking and slashing to all the other bad guys and asking for answers and everything like that. And to me, those parts were cool. The action scenes were absolutely cool, and especially the fight between Ajax and Deadpool. That one was also cool. And especially the part where Deadpool escapes and then Ajax just kind of beats the shit out of him. And that was cool. Best moments of the movie? And I would say... that's tough. because I loved every single thing about the movie, and I gotta go with the part where Deadpool just stops the bad guys at the freeway. That was absolutely cool, and then him talking shit to Colossus a lot. And the fight between Deadpool and Ajax, the very final battle, was absolutely cool, and I digged it. And to me, there was many great moments in the movie. To me, the movie throughout was great, and especially the Stan Lee cameo. I loved him. Him being a DJ at the strip club was absolutely hilarious. Give it up for Chastity! Excelsior, Stanley. Excelsior. To end this up, is this movie worth seeing and worth keeping in your library? Yes, Deadpool 1 is absolutely a 10 out of 10. And to me, I consider this a masterpiece. This movie would have been 11 out of 10 if I would have loved to see Deadpool eat the living shit out of a chimichanga. I want to see that happen, but that never did happen. But we get to see him advertising a chimichanga, but he doesn't eat the living shit out of it. And I would like to see that happen, but please, Ryan Reynolds, if you watch this, please do so in Deadpool 3 or maybe X-Force, because I want to see that happen. Deadpool just showing off, showing the chimichanga, and just shove that chimichanga right in his mouth. And yeah, that'd be cool. I forgot to mention this on the joke side, that Deadpool at least tells that 20th Century Fox couldn't afford another X-Men, and the studio had pretty much it's just talking smack to the studio. And with that, I'm actually happy that Deadpool acknowledges how this movie came to be, all thanks to Hugh Jackman. Well, technically Blur Studios, but Hugh Jackman did actually help him out on this one too, so I'll give it that. But anyways, guys, next time we'll be coming back and we'll be doing Deadpool 2. And is it worth watching and worth checking out? And does it suffer sequelitis? Find out next time on Nerd of the 90s. Peace out, guys.